We find three rooms for a reason. So please look there. The first room there. You can see they're very small niches. Why so small for you?
No head.
Has a small sides, okay? They're here, extra large sides, and then medium sides. So it depends from the bodies. Easy. Now, stay here, time, take pictures if you want, and then we can talk about the skull exposition. So they made a collage, a closet with various pieces of bones. So many people there, okay? You can see a long spine, the small skull. It's like an allegory of death, like this. Have you ever seen this fresco?
Yes, yeah. Pictures.
We call this fresco Memento Mori. What is the meaning of Memento Mori?
Memory.
Okay. Yes, of course. So the skeleton represents the dead. And down there, four symbols. The hourglass, the time. The book, the culture, the knowledge. Crown and scepter, power and richness. The message is very simple. The death wins of everything and comes for everyone. Memento mori. And now, please come close. We can visit the gallery. And look on the right, this fresco. Where is this place for you? Come. Yes, Purgatorio, because you can see people between flames as the hell, but in the hell we don't find angels. This is an angel, so this is Purgatorio, this place between hell and heaven. If now we are in Purgatorio, what is the hell for you? Cantarelle. And up we find the church, so it has 3 levels, okay? An asset. Now, the skull exposition. Nowadays we can see unfortunately only this part of the skull, but you can figure out all the frontal part. So they can wait French for the 8th of cycle, they remove all the bones from here and also the skull. We will meet now some nobles of Naples. They were nobles, they were strange, fanatic. They spent a lot of money to stay here. And after the drainage, they used to keep it inside the fresh wood, the skull, and then painted the bodies like a skeleton as an allegory of the dead, but with robe, dress, accessories to remind to the others their social position, their job, to have the source of immortality. The first man is Diego Longobardo. And please look, the robe of Diego. He was a judge, a magister, a lawyer. And we can read in Latin, remember the justice, you judge us. He was a judge. On the right, women. The women with the large skirts, and they painted the hair around the skulls. We can read only the name Danna, the last name of that Danna. She was a princess, a Napolitan princess. Probably also hair on the right, but we can read the name of her. We are waiting for restoration. In the middle, only word in Latin, phalanx, comes from Holy Bible. The meaning is the beauty is not forever. The beauty is not forever. On the left, Antonio da Ponte, another judge. Probably it was a judge because we can see there maybe a little lumber. It was a judge. On the right is friend Scipione Brancaccio, which worked in the studio and Cavalier General in Naples. And if you go downtown, you can visit Brancaccio Palace, Da Ponte Palace, Nana Palace, Carcelo Palace, are these families of Naples. They were nobles. On the right, Maria de Ponte. She was the sister of Marc Antonio. On the right, Donna Sveva Gesualdo. Look at pose, the arms. She was a Napolitan princess. We read on the records that she spent a lot of money for the drainage process. As Colec's position here, she spent 600 ducats, are like 3 million euro about. This is the level of the cell, with the number 6. And Alessandro de Affritto. He was the Toscan teacher of Giovanni Balducci. Do you remember Giovanni Balducci, the poor artist, the poor painter? So he worked for free all his life just for this, okay? He was a painter, a poor painter, and so we can see only, look, the palette of the colors and probably there a paintbrush. The only poor that we find in this gallery, only Giovanni. On the right, the last women. But we can read only the name of her on the right. Caracciolo della Cerezza. You know, in Naples, Lungomare Caracciolo, Caracciolo Street, close the sea, a beautiful place in Naples, close Castel del Logo, okay? So close there is Caracciolo Hotel, the palace of the princess. And she was a Napolitan princess, but look, also typical Napolitan woman. Look at pose. She's angry with her husband. She looks like Sofia Loren, the actress. And finally, nothing about these people, but we can read only the name of him, Antonio. On the right, just the arm, his here. Sometimes in the catacombs, we would see these signs, this graffiti, maybe also lieutenants. Because this place was used as a bomb shelter during the World War II. And so probably they used to write their name, last name, and dates on the faces. As I told you before, we are waiting for a restoration, but it's another history, more young. And finally there, the last winter, another tough Christ was presented by the Dominicans. Behind another scene from Purgatorio, the people between place, the entrance, the cross. But look up there on the ceiling. What do you see there? It says an O. Yes, it was made by archaeologists in the 17th, and they discovered that behind this wall, the gallery continued. And look behind you where we are. As I told you before, now we are in the same direction of Campo di Monte Hill. So the first theory was that the catacombs of San Gaudioso and the catacombs of San Gennaro were connected. No. The gallery, yes, continued the oldest monastery of the Dominicans. That was the Campo di Monte. But this monastery doesn't exist. It was destroyed by the French. And after the Dominicans, we will find the Franciscan friars. Completely different to the Dominicans. You know, San Francesco d'Assisi, he lived in poverty as a poor, completely different to the Dominicans. And now the tour is not over. We have another stop in the Basilica, and we can visit the grave. But take your time, take pictures if you want, okay? I'll wait you there. You can see on the wall the skulls, but the remains of the bones were placed beside, okay? In these rooms, in the gallery. The dog is the symbol of Dominicans, because we say Domenicani, cani is like dogs, and they were known as the dogs of God, the guardians of God. The apse, you can see the fresco of Virgin Mary. So we make a great every year at Christmas Day. Jesus Christ was born, it's important. Roman moment. You can see there Jesus, the Sacred Family, Mary, the Mother, Saint Joseph, the Father, the three kings, the musicians, the angels. Mega party. Jesus Christ was born. But always behind the Nativity scene, you can see these Roman temples, Roman ruins, as Pompeii and Colano. Why? Especially there, close there, look, the broken column, the cutted column. The cutted column represents the finish of pagan period. They live fake idols because Jesus Christ was born and so started the close this scene, look, this woman. Please come close. And remember the glass, okay? This woman, look, she's the gypsy. The gypsy was a prophetic figure. She has the power to be the future. What do you see inside there? Yes, tombs, the symbols of Jesus Christ's martyrdom, the passion of Christ. So, just the death plus the birth, the gypsy, the future. Another woman, like, with these meatballs inside. She's Mary meatball seller. An oldest legend of Naples. So my grandmother said me say to my brother about Mary. Mary has the power to appear in the dream of unfaithful husbands. And she forced them to hit these meatballs, and thanks to these meatballs, they felt the same pain a woman level. She's like a feminist, a first feminist in Naples, Mary. And always we find this in, okay? The rich man with spaghetti, the poor ask money, the dog. The players, the innkeeper represents the devil, Belphegor. Closing, St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas is like Santa Claus for his miracle because he saved these children from the devil, Belphegor. The singer, the dancer, and with the worker on this way. So this side is the Sanità district. You can see the bridge. Is the bridge of Sanità. Outside the church you find this bridge, it was made by French. Under the bridge you can see a man, that's the dog, is Totò. You know Totò movies? Yeah. He was a Napolitan actor, he was born in Sanità district. And it's a tribute for Totò. Another man sits there like Pulcinella as with mask is Edoardo Di Filippo, an important Napolitan writer. These children, we call them scugnizi. Scugnizi are children who live in the street, play in the street all the time, no mom, no dad, always in the street. But between these children, there is a special child for us. This child, look, with orange. Look his face. Who is?
Maradona.
Of course, Maradona. Maradona is everywhere in Naples. In Naples, we used to say that in Naples we have 52 patron saints, but someone says, no, 53, the last is Maradona, as God. And the wife of the king, another wife, and look up there, this procession, are monks. They look like Ku Klux Klan, but are monks. And they make this procession every year in Amalfi Coast at Easter night. And this side, now we are behind the nativity scene, so this is as the dark side of the crypt, okay? You can see the monks, and this is a legend from Benevento. It's the legend of Mary Longarms. Mary Longarms is like a witch of the well. When I was a child, my grandmother said to my brother, please don't go to the well, don't play close to the well, there is a witch inside. I don't know why, it's terrible to say to the children. And the wolf. And every time you see a cellar in the crypt, each cellar represents a month. For example, the fish cellar represents December, because in Naples at Christmas Day we used to eat fish. So the fish cellar is December. Scallop is January, the cheese is February, the eggs April, the fry with wine October, tomato July. And this is a tribute for Bruegel. In Campo di Monte Museum, you can see there an artwork of Bruegel, Parabola dei ciechi, so blind people. And finally, this side. This a beautiful place in Naples. I suggest you to go there. It's Mare Chiaro, close to the hill of Posillipo. And this is a legend, an oldest legend of Naples. The legend of the Gorgone. She's the Gorgone. She is a sea monster, a sea witch that enchained Anela, the woman there with 7 chains. But Anela was seated by the brother of the man behind the ship, Camillo. Camillo take from his bag the flute, played his flute, with this melody, with this music, sleep the Gorgone, and then broken the 7 chains, and take the sister. But in Naples, for this legend, we used to say, I have to break 7 chains for an hard work, a complicated work, is for this legend. And look up there. So, close the angels in the gate. What do you see inside there? Look at angel. Is the devil. Always we find the devil close Jesus, but as a rat, a mouse, a bat. Here, like himself, the devil. But look at the angel. And when we come back here, close Jesus, close the nativity scene, you can see people from far. Why from far? With the camel, the monkey, the bird, exotic animals, African animals. Why? Because this moment, it's an important moment, but not only for the West, also for the East, for all the world. This is the meaning of the creed. And close Jesus, look, the first angel, Gloria in Excelsis Deo, is black. It's the first time in the Eastern traditional creed. It's very important for us. And so guys, thank you so much for your visit today. The tour is over, but